Hello, everyone. This is the lovely Miss Di. I don't know where this topic came from, but it is just something in my spirit that has been troubled for years by watching court shows and just Lifetime movies and seeing some things in real life that disturbs me. And a lot of XX chromosome having people are going to be highly upset at me today. However, I don't give a fudge cake brownie how upset you are. The truth is the truth. Okay, my issue is this: child support, divorce proceedings, and how angry women use their children as pawns because they are upset and they want to get back at the man, and how the child support system is unfair. Again, let me give a disclaimer before I start talking. I am standing up for upstanding men. I am not standing up for men who create multiple children, don't care for one of them, don't have a job, don't even attempt to do anything for their kids. I am talking about men who bust their tail. Their bread is spread, their butter is spread very thin, but they still make an effort to do for their kids. They may try to see their kids, but the mom has an attitude. I'm not letting you see him. Da 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 da. You'll never see us again. Da 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 da. You know good this and you know good that, and the child is hearing all of that before they even get to the dad's car, if they are even allowed to see their father. That is one of the most irreplaceable relationships in a child's life. And I am not saying that people without fathers cannot grow up to be very well-adjusted people, but the likelihood is smaller. In my case, my father died when I was 3 years old. However, I had surrogates in my life. I have wonderful uncles and a grandfather. So there was an identifiable father figure in my life. If I hadn't had that, I would not be the woman I am today. And I think positive male figures, whether it's biologically connected or not, is important. And people want to take that away from a child because they're angry. Why can't you love your child more than you hate the person? I don't know what went on in certain relationships. Maybe you're well within your right not to like the person, but you are not entitled to rip the father relationship away from a child. That is why we are so dysfunctional as a black community, because a lot of women want to kick the man out of the home, to almost erase him from the situation, as if he's not valuable, as if all he is good for is donating his sperm. Remember, even though the child went through your womb, without the man's sperm, there would be no child in question. Don't get so high and mighty saying, well, that's my child. It's that man's child too. That is his seed. And he has every right to have quality time with the child and cultivate and develop a relationship and mold the child into who he or she is going to be. Don't let your hate damage a child forever. Don't let bitterness damage a child forever. That man may have moved on and have a whole nother household and new wife. Don't get mad because he married Buffy the Body, or don't get mad because he married Tyra Banks or Beverly Johnson. That is not his fault. It did not work out. Period. Get over it. Don't be mad at the person because they made another choice. or decided to go in another direction, let that man take care of his children. Don't manipulate the court system so that he won't even be able to take care of his household because you're mad. As long as he is taking care of the needs of the child, and notice that I said needs of the child: food, clothing, shelter, school supplies, showing up to events, coming and picking the child up on a consistent basis, and providing love, affection, role model, mentor, doing all the things that a real man is supposed to do. Don't get mad. Child support money is not for your hair. It's not for your nails. It's not for the new outfit that you saw in the mall. It's not for a new boob job or Botox. And I'm saying this because black women get plastic surgery procedures too. It's not for Nicki Minaj concert tickets. It is to take care of your child. And some people want to make a man pay because they hate him so much. You are doing yourself a disservice. Be a woman and say to yourself, our relationship did not work out, but I want my child to have a father. I'm not a parent, but I recognize how important a male figure is in a child's life. And when I think about male figures, I think about the fabulous ones in my life, and they're irreplaceable. And my stepfather, even like I said, even though there is no blood relation, he treats me like I am one of his own, and that means the world to me, and that's irreplaceable. When a woman or young man develops, a lot of who he or she is going to be is shaped by a man. Some people forget that and think because they're a woman and because the child came out of their womb, they did it all by themselves, and therefore they have a right to be overly territorial. I think that scandalous women should be required to give an account of what they are doing with the money. If I knew I was dealing with a scandalous broad and I were a male, I would ask her to show receipts. And if she was spending the money inappropriately, I would prosecute that woman to the maximum extent of the law and try to fight her for custody. Because I think the court system, the family court system, favors the woman majority of the time, and the woman may not be the most fit parent. There are men who know how to be men better than some women know how to be women, and I think they need to be supported more, and there needs to be more father advocacy groups, because this is just ridiculous. And I just don't like to see the breakdown of a family. You can have nuclear blended families. It doesn't have, in an ideal situation, there would be a husband, wife, and kids. It wouldn't be a breakdown. But realistically speaking, there's a 50% chance that when you get married or when you have a child, this situation will not end in a positive light. But that doesn't mean that children have to be robbed of stable parents and a stable parent relationship just because somebody is mad. Well, that's my rant. I hope that I reached some of you. It was not to embarrass. It was not to hurt. But it was just to point out the truth and the obvious. Okay, bye.